If you're like me, you're going to want to maximize your cruise ship cabin with these important hacks, tips, and tricks to ensure that when you get on your cruise, your room is as good as it possibly can be. And I've got the best cabin hacks up next. Hey everyone, it's Matt from RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. While cabin sizes and amenities can vary, staterooms on board a cruise ship are a lot smaller than even a traditional hotel room on land. Even ocean view and balcony rooms are probably going to seem a little bit smaller than you're used to. But that doesn't mean you can't have your home away from home be as comfortable as it can be. So today I've got 30 cruise ship cabin hacks that other cruisers swear by, and I'm going to share them with you in this video. Number one, two cabins are usually better than one, even if it means sacrificing a balcony. So to save money, you may be debating fitting as many people into a single cabin as possible. Just remember that you'll be living in tight quarters with these people for the entirety of your cruise. So to be safe, consider booking two staterooms. The two bathrooms in two interior rooms might be worth giving up the balcony, especially when you can just head out to the top or promenade deck whenever you want to take in the surroundings. Two inside cabins, as opposed to one balcony cabin, may end up being cheaper or around the same price, but give you significantly more living space. Number two is to make sure you pack a European power adapter and a Royal Caribbean approved power strip. So cruise cabins, especially those on older ships, are not equipped with many charging ports. In fact, you shouldn't be surprised if you find that there's one European and two American outlets on some ships like Freedom and Navigator of the Seas. Even if you only have two people in your cabin, you may start bickering over who gets to charge their phone, smartwatch, etc. So to better prepare you, what you want to do is actually purchase a European power adapter or a USB hub that you can use on a cruise ship. Remember, you're not allowed to bring a power strip with you or a surge protector, but you can bring, usually, a USB hub or one of these European power adapters so you have more outlets that you can use. Also, number three on our list, and this is kind of related to what we just talked about, bring a long charging cable too, and this is something that I always forget to do. Newer cruise ships are equipped with USB plugs right besides the bed. Older ones, however, may only have the nearest outlet near the vanity area, which means they're not conveniently located if you want to use your phone in bed while it's charging. Or better yet, when you wake up in the morning and the alarm goes off, you can just grab your phone as opposed to getting up and walking across the room to turn off the alarm. The longer the charging cable you have, the better off you'll be. Of course, you want to be careful navigating the cabin at night. You don't want to trip over that cord. Another very popular cruise hack is to utilize packing cubes. Packing cubes can be great investments because you can use them on any vacation, not just cruises. They'll help you keep your suitcase organized, whether you're bringing a carry-on or check-size bag. Plus, when you get to your stateroom, you can simply pull the packing cubes out and place them in the closet or inside the drawers, minimizing the time that you need to spend unpacking. My next cabin hack is to unpack and get as comfortable as you can. Speaking of unpacking, as soon as you find that your suitcases have been delivered, go ahead and get settled in. Take time to unpack as early as possible. This way, you won't have to worry about it during sail away or any other fun embarkation day activities. The time in which luggage is delivered really does vary. Usually, though, they can be found outside your cabin within a few hours after you check in. Just in case it runs late, it's a good idea to pack a change of clothes in your carry-on bag. You don't want to go to dinner in a t-shirt and shorts. But unpacking early in the cruise ensures that all your stuff is out there. You don't have to worry about living out of a suitcase, which you certainly could, and I've done that as well. But number one, your clothes will be a little less wrinkly, and number two, it's a little bit better for organization. Another good hack is to ask your stateroom attendant for more hangers. There's some stuff that you might not want to keep tucked away in a packing cube all week. You'll want to hang your evening attire so it doesn't get wrinkly. And if you're worried about not having enough hangers, don't worry. All you have to do is ask your stateroom attendant, and they'll be more than happy to provide you with more. Now, one way you can avoid some of these hacks that we're going to be talking about is, of course, by not overpacking. Because I'm the first to admit that I often fall victim to overpacking. It's really easy to do that. It's a rut that I constantly get myself into. But if you and everyone else in your travel party overpacks, you might find your cabin to be bursting at the seams with stuff. This is never fun when you want a comfortable, clean place to return to every night to relax and recharge for the next day. Take some time to really think about the outfits and what you'll need, emphasis on need. And it's okay to rewear, an outfit, a dress, a pair of pants, because no one else is going to really notice. Another really good idea is to secure everything in your cabin safe. You can never be too safe, especially with your important documents. When you get to your cabin, you should take everything important out of your carry on bag, such as passports, birth certificates, credit cards, cash, all that other stuff, and place it inside of your safe. It should be unlocked when you arrive, but if you run into any issues, ask your stateroom attendant who will be able to assist you. You will not need to worry about carrying any form of ID or cards on board. All you need to do is your SeaPass card to pay for everything, so you can put your wallet and all those important documents in your safe, lock it up, and then of course remember to take it home with you before the end of the cruise. Another really fun and popular hack for your cabin is to store your suitcases underneath your bed. Once you finish unpacking your bags, push them underneath your bed. This is a great place to keep them during your cruise, as you won't have to worry about tripping over them or having them roll around in your closet. Depending on how many people are in your room with you, and of course total number of suitcases you have, you may want to bring stacking suitcases. These pieces of luggage fit inside of one another, meaning there's less floor spaces taken up. Now, of course, another hack is other items can be stored under the bed too. Depending on how many bags you've got to try to fit under the bed, you can put other things there, like backpacks, shoes, strollers, etc. The key here is to be comfortable in a stateroom, and you can totally utilize any of that space underneath your bed. A very popular cabin hack is to bring magnetic hooks for organization. Did you know that the walls on cruise ships are magnetic, or they're made out of metal, which means you can use magnets on there? One way to utilize this is to bring a pack of magnetic hooks. This will give you extra space to hang towels, lanyards, hats, bags, and more. And the best part is they're really cheap. You can get a pack of 6 magnetic hooks from Amazon for like $6. Make sure you read reviews though before purchasing any of them, as you want to make sure they're strong enough to hold up the items that you're going to be having there. The first pack that I bought, I didn't pay attention to this rule, and I actually got some that were nice, but they weren't meant for like refrigerator magnets to put like a report card, not necessarily your bathing suit. Another good tip is to leave your towels at home. There are some things you really should not pack when preparing for a cruise, like a bath towel. You'll be provided with unlimited towels on your Royal Caribbean cruise. Your bath towels will be replenished daily by your stateroom attendant. Similarly, you'll be able to check out towels at the pool deck while disembarking in the ship with your SeaPass card. Just make sure you return the towels that you're taking off the ship, because otherwise Royal Caribbean will charge you at the end of the cruise. Another really good tip is, because you can't bring an iron, steam your clothes in the shower. So another item you'll want to leave at home, of course, is your steamer. I remember a time a friend was taking her first cruise and she was disappointed when her luggage was delivered and her steamer was not there. Your clothes don't have to be wrinkly though. I personally like to turn on the shower and then hang any clothes in the restroom for a couple of minutes. This is a quick, easy, and time-effective solution, so long as nobody on the travel party, of course, needs to use the bathroom. But you can also bring, alternatively, some wrinkle release spray. You can get some easy travel size ones for like $9 on Amazon. Next up, purchase a motion sensor nightlight. Unlike if you're staying in a city like New York or Chicago, you won't get any night pollution at night sleeping in your cabin. Rather than turning on the bathroom light at night, many people prefer to have a motion sensor nightlight in the restroom. Whether you don't want to awaken your cabin mates or simply dislike a bright light at night, this is a great option that can be attached to any wall or door in your stateroom. And like the magnetic hooks, it can be repurposed after your vacation at home. Something else you could do if there's a little too much clutter in your room is ask your stateroom attendant to remove furniture. Once you get in your cabin and maybe there's a table or something that's just in the way, you can certainly ask them to remove a nightstand or coffee table. No promises that this will actually work, but sometimes they're able to accommodate you on that one. My next hack is to split the beds in two for more floor space. Because believe it or not, this will actually make the room feel larger. Because this gives you more space to move about the cabin, and specifically in between the beds, rather than having to squeeze around the desk to climb into the bed. This is really helpful in inside cabins. When I'm traveling with friends or family, I prefer to split the bed. However, I cruise solo quite a bit, and since I'm the only person in the room, I don't mind sacrificing floor space to have a larger bed to myself. Another really good cabin hack is to bring your own toiletries, including hand soap. Don't bank on finding any travel-size shampoo or conditioner bottles on your cruise. Another difference between land-based hotels and cruise ships is that ships do not provide any kind of toiletries inside of your bathroom, other than, of course, Body Wash Shampoo Duo. Additionally, the onboard stores have a very limited selection, meaning that if you have a preferred brand or scent, you may not be able to purchase it. So be smart and pack all of your own toiletries in advance. In addition to that, Royal Caribbean does not provide liquid hand soap in staterooms. Instead, you're going to find a little bar of soap. If you have a preference, you'll want to plan ahead for this too. Oftentimes, liquid soap leaves your hands feeling and smelling better than the bar provided. A pretty smart cabin hack is to have your coffee delivered to your cabin as kind of a wake up call. So, do you want to have a relaxing start to your morning without having to shuffle your feet to Cafe Promenade or the Windjammer for coffee? Well, you can order it via room service. This is complimentary during certain hours of continental breakfast in the mornings. It's really nice if you have a balcony, as you can wake up to a knock on your door and head outside to sip on your coffee while watching the ship either pull into port or glide across the ocean on a sea day. Once you've finished, you can head out to breakfast if you didn't want to have that delivered too and begin your day. Let's talk about laundry, because instead of a collapsible laundry hamper, you just bring a trash bag. If you're like me, you don't want to bring your smelly clothes all around your clean clothes. I hate designating a single drawer to my dirty clothes too, or of course like a pile in the corner. I also find that collapsible laundry hampers take up excess space both in the stateroom and closet. You can create your own DIY hamper by just bringing a trash bag. That way, you'll have a designated space for your laundry. Another solution is to just use your suitcase that's already underneath the bed. The only annoyance about this is that you'll have to constantly pull it out and push it back under every time you want to put new dirty clothes in there. Another really good idea is to bring air freshener for the bathroom. No matter how many people are in your cabin, smaller than the usual bathroom can hold a stench for longer than you can imagine. So it's a really good idea to maybe get Poo-Pourri or one of those other kind of air fresheners from Amazon. They're usually about $10. Make sure it's TSA friendly and you're good to go. Speaking of bathrooms, to save space in your bathroom, use silicone travel bottles and leave your full-size products at home. You'll also want to leave all your full-size toiletries at home. Space in a cruise ship bathrooms is pretty limited, especially in the shower. Sometimes there's only a shelf or two. So buy a travel size kit with silicone bottles from Amazon for less than $10 that you can refill before each vacation you take. You can fill them with products like shampoo, conditioner, hair gel, lotion, and more. Another good hack is to pack over-the-counter medications and create a medicine drawer or cabinet. No one ever wants to think about getting sick on vacation, but it does happen to even the best of us. Even if you don't get ill, you never know when you might drink one too many drinks at night or suffer from a dehydration headache. Cruise ships have limited inventory of over-the-counter medications, and they're pretty costly too. So instead, pack your own DIY pharmacy with things like Advil, Dayquil, Dramamine, sore throat drops, antacids, and eye drops. This way, I'll know that I have medication that's easily and readily acceptable the second that I feel like I need it. You can add some personality to your stateroom by decorating your door, and it's one of my favorite cabin hacks as well. It's kind of a tradition that many first-timers don't know is decorating your exterior of your cabin doors is a really fun way to add some personality to your room and, of course, also help you locate it amongst a sea of individual doors on a seemingly never-ending hallway. There's a lot of ways you can decorate your cabin. You don't have to be celebrating anything in particular. Maybe you got a drink package and want to purchase a funny warning magnet, or just have a cute nautical theme to celebrate family time together. Another good cabin hack is to bring reusable water bottles to keep in your mini fridge. Most staterooms on board Royal Caribbean cruise ships do not come pre-stocked. If you want water or anything else to satisfy a late night quench without having to leave your cabin, you'll want to fill up with a reusable water bottle at a quick service joint, whether that's Cafe Promenade, Park Cafe, or the Windjammer. If you have a drink package, you can also use it to stock your mini fridge with Powerade and water bottles. So this is a really cool idea. Assuming you have a refreshment package or the deluxe beverage package, you can go to a bar and ask for a full bottle of water, Powerade, or even a Red Bull, and you can bring those back to your cabin and put it in your fridge. You can do this throughout the day, so you start to build up a little bit of a supply. That way you don't have to ask for a bottle every time you return to your cabin. You can, of course, do this without the drink package too. However, you're gonna pay individually for every drink, and this can add up pretty quickly. So I think this tip works better if you have a drink package. Another very popular cruise cabin hack is to bring a shoe organizer to hang over the closet or bathroom door. To help organize toiletries, shoes, jewelry, and more, you can bring a shoe organizer. These are usually pretty cheap on Amazon or a dollar store, and they can be tossed over either a closet or bathroom door to help not only increase the amount of storage that you have, but also help everybody keep their belongings organized and keep stuff off the floor. It's easy for cabins to start getting messy a few days into your trip, especially if you have 3 or 4 people sharing a cabin bathroom. Another really good cabin hack you might not think about is to download TV shows and movies ahead of time to watch at night or when you're recharging during the day. If you're hoping to watch the latest episode of your favorite TV show while on a cruise, you'll have to either download it beforehand or wait until you return. You certainly could theoretically stream it on Royal Caribbean's internet, that can be very hit or miss. So instead, it's a really good idea to pre-download these items on your phone, so that way you can watch them while on board your cruise. Some newer ships you can actually stream to the TV, but worst case scenario, you can watch from your device. But whether you got kids or you just want it for yourself, I think it's a really good idea to have some TV shows and movies downloaded on your device already. You do so while you're at home, so that way when you get on board the ship, it's super easy and you can watch them as much as you need to. If you're looking to do self-disembarkation, you don't have to pack your bags the night before. Now, veteran cruisers know that you only have to set your luggage outside the night before your cruise ends if you want assistance with your luggage to be delivered to the terminal. This is really popular because, let's face it, who wants to lug a 50-pound suitcase around the ships themselves, especially if you're on a higher deck? But if you have a reasonable amount of luggage, you can worry about finishing packing the morning of disembarkation rather than having to decide what you'll need to leave out the night before and then what you need to wear the next morning. Guests carrying their own luggage are also able to get off the ship first, while those with the bag tags will have to wait until their assigned departure time. Another cabin tip is also don't book the cheapest cabin out there. While it's natural to want to extend your vacation budget as far as possible, sometimes there are things just not worth saving money on, including the cheapest possible cabin out there. For some people, an inside room is perfect, especially if they won't be in the room that often. They are, however, the smallest rooms on board, and they don't offer any natural light. This is usually what people are looking for when they're on a cruise. So rather than book the cheapest room possible, do some research as to which cabin category works best for you and your travel party. And lastly, speaking of cabins, research where you want your cabin to be located. After you've decided if you want to book an interior, ocean view, balcony, or suite, you'll need to determine where you want your cabin to be located on the ship. If you have a certain preference, avoid booking a guarantee stateroom. This is when you allow Royal Caribbean to pick your room rather than you. Now, yes, you can save some money this way, but you're really playing Russian roulette when it comes to where your cabin is to be located. Those who value convenience, for instance, may want to stay somewhere near midship. Equally important, they're great staterooms for people who are worried about getting seasick, as they tend to feel less movement than rooms located in the very forward or front or aft or back of the ship. So there you have my list of 30 cruise cabin hacks, tips, tricks, and advice that cruisers absolutely love. Hopefully, these are going to benefit you. Let me know in the comments below, what is your best advice for anybody who's looking to take advantage of their cabin, extend it? What's your best cabin hack, tip? Let me know in the comments below there. While you're below our video, hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications. That way, YouTube lets you know we have a brand new video to share. This has been Matt from RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com, and we'll talk again real soon.